If you watch fishing content on the internet, you've probably come across someone making fish wraps. Now, my best lure for catching fish is this. This is how I catch fish. I suck at fishing, okay? But you know what I'm good at? Making fish wraps. That's because my wife and I sat down and we just ate fish wrap after fish wrap after fish wrap after fish wrap when we lived in Broome, and we got it dialed. So this, in my opinion, is the best fish wrap you can make, and we've tried a lot. So start with some freshly caught fish, definitely not from a shop. You get said fish, chop it up into some sort of nice little slices that will fit nicely in a wrap. So I'm just going to go, I'll go 3 slices. Yeah, 3 bits of fish, looks about right. Then, this is where things start to immediately get weird. You'd be so used to seeing panko and breadcrumbs and all that kind of stuff, bit of egg, bit of flour maybe. None of that, none of that. Oyster sauce and cornflakes. I know, it's weird, but trust me. You can use gluten-free cornflakes if you're gluten intolerant. And get your cornflakes. I'm not gluten intolerant, by the way. Just my wife is. Give them a good crush up. So you want this sort of bit bigger than panko crumbs consistency, and just trust me, they're so much better than panko crumbs. They're so much crispier. Next, oyster sauce. Chuck your fish in a bowl. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna get some oil on the go because it needs to get warm. Well, hot, actually. So, get some flavourless oil, sort of just a cooking oil. And you want about, I don't know, 1/2 centimetre in there, that sort of thing. I think this is a peanut oil. Now, always use, when you're carrying oil around, don't use the bloody oil thing that it came in. Chuck it in a drink bottle. Never spills out of a bloody drink bottle. Get your oyster sauce. Oyster sauce tastes nothing like oysters, fun fact. It tastes sweet and salty and delicious, and it's great. Then, if you are disciplined, and I am not, you will have a dry hand and a wet hand. I'm gonna see if I can do it, but I doubt it. I doubt I'll do it. So you get your wet hand, chuck your fish in. Oh, see, I've already screwed that up. That doesn't matter, it's all in together, so not too fussed. You want to give those a good coat, and you can just leave them in here. That oil's still heating up, and I'm not fussed. People take them out and put them on racks and stuff. No, just leave them in there, it's fine. Your hands a bit of a wash, and that's it. That's it for this part of it. So that's 2 ingredients plus the fish. Much easier than the traditional crumbing techniques, and a lot better than the bloody packets of fish spice that everyone uses. All seen you, don't get that packet of fish spice or chicken spice. It's not very good. Next, you want some cucumber. Bit of cuke, good to go. Lemon, just get it ready. Always cut the cheek off a lemon, don't cut it in half. Get more out of it. And then have your Kewpie mayo ready to go. Yes, it's open. And let's check the temperature of this oil. Now you can obviously use a thermometer to check the temperature of an oil. You want it to be about 160 to 180. But an even easier way is a stick. If the end of that stick starts to fizz, it's now warm enough. Let's get this thing frying. Look at that. Quick flip. Now you only need to cook this for about 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So while I'm waiting for that, lay out some cucumber. The cucumber just cuts through the greasiness of the fish because obviously it's fried. A little bit of Kewpie mayo. Now, even if you don't like it, just trust me here. If you don't like it, you use the tiniest little smear of wasabi. So, you know, like just so you can barely see the green, and it adds a sweetness that's really important to this. I really like it, so I'm going to add more. I think that's probably ready to go. Yep. So they crisp up a bit darker than your normal fried fish because of the oyster sauce, which is, you know, dark brown. So it might look like it's slightly burnt. It's not. It's just the oyster sauce coming through, and it caramelizes a bit because there's a bit of sugar in the oyster sauce. Okay, so probably a bit big. Hear that crunch? Look at that fish. Looks perfect. Make sure you get all the crunchy bits in there. Now I think crucially with basically any fish wrap, quick squeeze of lemon, and this is optional but I just like it, is a tiny bit of soy. If you've got it. It's kind of like just adding a little bit of salt to it. I mean, you hear that? Of course you can. Neighbours can hear that. Okay. Came up with this recipe 3 years ago, and I don't think anything has come close since in terms of anything I've ever made or tried. The combination is just does it for me. It's salty, it's sweet, it's got a nice little big bit of wasabi there. It's got a nice bit of wasabi in there, which sort of cleans your sinuses out. The cucumber adds a lot of freshness. The wrap's nice and soft, and the interior is crispy, which is exactly how it should be. Does it go well with beer? %, yes, it does. It goes excellently with beer. Make them on your boat in a gas burner, no worries. You don't need to use a fire. Set some sort of heat source for that bit of oil. Just whatever you do, make them. See you in the next one.